Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 10th and last episode of our 10-in-1 video series entitled 100 Commonly Misused Words Use the WAEC, NECO&JAMBLexis1 structure. Our second set of words in the first part of this episode includes Coax, Coerce, and Coarse. Coax, Coarse, and Coarse. Now, these words are very interesting words in English for two reasons. They are not spelled alike and they are not pronounced alike like we have in red here. Then, what is the cause of the conflict around their usage in everyday English? Because of conflicts surrounding their usage in everyday English emanates from the wrong pronunciation of the words. These words are evidently and/or the most mispronounced words in English language. And for that single reason, they are highly conflicted in usage. Therefore, if you want to overcome the difficulties that surround the use of these words in English, you have to begin with understanding how to pronounce them correctly. That is why in this our table of analysis, I have also included the way to pronounce the words in red. For the first one that we have in this our table of analysis, it is pronounced as Coax. 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 If you can remember the soft drink, Coke and Fanta, then you will be able to remember the pronunciation of this word. So it has the same pronunciation as Coke soft drink. Then what about the second word? This one is pronounced as curse. 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 Then what about the third word? This one is pronounced as coarse. Coarse. If you can pronounce these words correctly, then you will be able to pronounce this one correctly as well. This word is pronounced as coarse. It has the same pronunciation as this, coarse. Now, this is the right place to begin with understanding the conflict that surrounds the use of these words in everyday English. Let's continue in this our analysis by considering the highlighted tips that we have in this our table of analysis. For the first word, Coax, we have two tips here to consider. And the first one says that this word means to persuade someone in a calm way to do something. To persuade someone in a calm way to do something, that is Coax. Now, besides knowing the meaning of the word, you also have to understand the possible prepositions that can collocate with it in expression. The second tip that we have in this table of analysis is to understand the prepositions that can be used with these words in expressions. And like we have here, we say it agrees with to, into, and out. To, into, and out. So you're going to have to produce it or use it in the form of coax to, or coax into, or coax out. I was coaxed into doing something. I was coaxed into committing a particular crime. So that is, we're going to see more of how to use these words in expression when we get to the section of the usage of the words. Then for the second word, which we said is pronounced as curse, it means to persuade somebody to do something by using force or threat. So you can quickly see a contrast between these two words. Whereas coax is to persuade someone in a calm way to do something, curse is to persuade someone to do something by using force or threat. Here you are persuading the person in a calm way, but here you're persuading them by force or by using threats. So that is the contrast between these two words. Then what about the third word, coarse? Like we established at the beginning of this our analysis, we said that it is pronounced as coarse. That way you can easily see the difference in pronunciation between this very word and the rest too. Now what does it mean? It means rough and harsh in texture, that is to feel. It is rough to feel. If it is smooth to feel, it becomes the opposite of coarse. And then the second thing that we have under this word is that this word means to be rude and vulgar as a person. In this sense, we say that it is idiomatic, or it is being used as an idiom. So when you use coarse to talk about the way people behave, then you are using the words idiomatically or figuratively. So these are the ways that we can define these words. Don't forget, coax means to persuade in a calm way, whereas coerce is to persuade forcefully. And coarse means rough and harsh to feel. And it can be used figuratively to talk about people's behavior, that is, when they are rude and or vulgar. Now we take a step further to talk about the part of speech to which they belong. The first word, coax, is a verb, while coerce is a verb as well. So both words are verbs. Whereas these two words are verbs, the third word is an adjective. So these are the part of speech to which they belong. We now move forward to talk about their usage in expressions. For the first one, coax, we have, can we coax you into singing for us? Can we coax you into singing for us? Like we have established this word as a verb. Like, can we persuade you or allure you calmly to sing for us? Then number two, we have try to coax him out of resigning. In other words, try to appeal to him or calmly persuade him to not resign from his job. So that is, these are two ways that we can use this word coax in expressions. Then what about the second word, coerce? Coerce. We say the first word we have here is you can't coerce her into obedience. In other words, you cannot persuade her to obey forcefully, or you cannot persuade her forcefully to obey. Therefore, the second expression we have, he tried to coerce his friend into lending him money. He tried to coerce his friend into lending him money. So here, it's also talking about trying to persuade his friend forcefully or by using friend to lend him money. And what about the third word? Coarse. My clothes are made of coarse cloth. My clothes are made of coarse cloth. Here, coarse is being used as an adjective. Coarse is being used as an adjective, like we said the word is an adjective, to describe the nature or the feel of the cloth. Therefore, the second expression we have, the man was brutish and coarse. The man was brutish and coarse. Here, the word is being used idiomatically to talk about the behavior of the man. In other words, to say that the man was rude and vulgar in his attitude. So these are the ways to use these words in expressions. We shall now take a step further by looking at their appearance in past questions. WAEC 1999 antonyms. You will succeed fairly well with adolescents if you coax rather than dash them. A. Coerce. B. Punish. C. Pamper. D. Coerce. The correct answer to this question is option A. Coerce. Like we explained in the course of our analysis, we established that coerce is the direct opposite of coax. Therefore, option A is the correct answer to this question.